This right here gonna be a cakewalk.
So much has happened over the past weekend, and I've been dying to make a news roundup. First off, BNE created a new channel on YouTube exclusively for their game music. Keep an eye on that, save that, because when Tekken 8 comes out, the soundtrack is going to be available in the highest quality. PlayerUnknown's Battleground and Street Fighter, you know, they had their collaboration. We were waiting to see what the in-game character models look like, and oh my god, the faces on these character models is disrespectful to every fighting game player ever. Look at what they did to Chun-Li, to Cammy, to Luke. I don't even like Luke, but still, this guy looks hideous. I'm just gonna move on from this. I never want to talk about this again or see this again. Mortal Kombat announced a new character, the Keeper of Time trailer. At the time of recording, this is the third most viewed trailer out of all the ones they reviewed so far. And it's crazy because Gears isn't even that popular of a character. If we asked every Mortal Kombat fan who will return, no one would have said Gears. The redesign is fantastic, but what I respect more is the voice actor they got. Phil Lamar. They did characters like Static Shock, Samurai Jack. This guy is legendary, and I respect him so much for getting the actor of this caliber to voice the character. While we're on the topic of trailer views, do you guys know that Fakamam for Tekken 7 is the highest viewed trailer out of all of Tekken 7? 5 million views, no other trailer even comes close. I have nothing else to add here. I just want to mention that to make the Bruce and Josie mains sweat a little bit. We're still waiting to see who returns, Fakamam, Bruce, or Josie. I don't know. I just like to add fuel to the fire every once in a while. Another thing that happened, this was on my stream personally. This post to the Tekken Zaibatsu Discord explains it perfectly. There seems to be a guy giving away codes in Moonsault Slayer's stream. This was so random. We were just gaming, playing some Tekken 8, and then this person was a scalper. Obviously, they showed up and they just started giving out codes. Scalping is a massive problem, and arguing with one person in the stream isn't going to do anything for anyone. So I was like, hey, you giving out beta codes? Let me change the title. Let's try to get some people access. At the end of it, I was just happy that like 50 of you guys who watched the channel got access and was able to play Tekken 8 on like the final day. But that's just crazy. They had so many codes to where they can't even sell them, and they started to just give them away for free. Harada-san is trending on Twitter. Someone says your game sucks ass. Harada responds in the most gamer way possible. I'm sure those swear words will apply to your computer as well. Scorch this person. I talked about in I think yesterday's video about the cracked version of Tekken 8, and I was a little bit late to that. That video was probably like 36 hours old. A lot has happened in that point in time. Once the actual beta ended, there were some people who were still playing it. I don't know if this was a bug within the system or if people were just playing the cracked version. Regardless of the fact, Joe Crush fell victim to Harada's finger. When Harada said this, everyone couldn't believe it. Now, of course, in Japan, their culture is very different. In certain parts of the world, something is offensive, and in another part, something doesn't exist. So Harada didn't really understand what they were saying when they were saying it, but the tweet before it was deleted said, "Stop it or ban forever." An hour, 2 hours after Harada made that tweet, they put out this multi-sentence tweet longer that basically says, if you're caught playing a cracked version of Tekken 8, you will be banned forever in tournaments. The fact that Tekken made the statement literally a couple days after the crack, that just means people are going to play it and not say anything. And this is why people are bringing up the whole idea that you should have never let PC in the first place. If we go back to the punishment, never being allowed in tournaments, raise your hand if you are a tournament player. They knew if they gave PC players access, things would get leaked. They knew people would be digging through the game. They knew people would crack it, and yet they still did. Maybe testing crossplay between all three platforms was worth the risk, but we'll never know. A lot of people stopped playing Tekken 8 and they immediately went back to Tekken 7. And although we do say Tekken 8 is very similar to Tekken 7, there is major differences like the backdash and how it operates. A tweet from Landon D, this is a person I haven't talked about in a very long time, but they brought up a very good point to how Tekken 7, it's just people sitting back hoping you run up into a nuclear bomb and die for trying to play any type of offense. This is why Tekken 8 nerfed the backdashing, but also I feel like they went overboard. They nerfed the backdashing, they have over aggressive chip, they have over aggressive pressure, 50-50 mix-ups. I think Tekken 8 has to find a balance. Harada said they're going to change everything. So I feel like they need to find a balance. Don't buff backdashing to where everyone is just turtling and whiff punishing, but also you don't want people to be overwhelmed with heat and drowning. If you fought Harada during the Tekken 8 beta, you understand why people are so furious and frustrating. You can't do anything against Harada. But let's move on. We have posters here. These posters were data mined from Tekken 8. There's more in there. I'm trying to get access to them because there's some really interesting ones. I gotta give a shout out to Shootspan for finding these and sending these to me. But you have the first one, James Rival, Beatdown 8, Unstoppable Warrior coming soon. This is just speculation, but a lot of people are wondering, will this guy become a playable character? I mean, he looks like he would be playable. Also, another billboard that's being connected to Moonlight Wilderness. You guys let me know if you think this is true or not. It says Love on the Moon. Two people kissing, standing on the moon with the earth in the background. At the bottom, Best Musical of the Year, nominated for the best soundtrack. What is Tekken 5 known for? What is Moonlight Wilderness known for? The music.
This next one is coming to you from what's considered one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, Tekken 5.
I think it will be in Tekken 8 regardless of whether or not this is a teaser, but they have to do this, man. Have to. You have some other billboards here. I don't think any of these characters will be playable. Leroy Collection is on one of them. I guess Leroy has a clothing design. You have another one here of some shoes, Combat Mark III. I tried to find a tweet that said it, but Markman basically said that this is a shout out to him. You have another one about Bob Burgers. Everyone expects Bob to be a playable character, but at the bottom you have Neo City Burgers. Neo City is what the New York stage is called in game. And then you have Leroy Smith in his coffee shop, and you also have another one here of Combat. I'm going to make a video specifically about this one because the potential and story is mind-blowing, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of this in Tekken 9. Lastly, I want to talk about Evo. We know there's going to be major reveals there. Mortal Kombat already said to reveal something, Project L already said to reveal something, Street Fighter did. Tekken 8 hasn't said anything. They said that it will be playable there, but they haven't yet talked about announcements. You know they like to wait to the last minute before they put that tweet out, but they're guaranteed going to show something at Evo. The fact that last time they teased Tekken 8 there, you know they're going to come back swinging. On the player side of Evo, we were already dealt some major blows. Team Ashes announced that basically their whole entire lineup will not be able to make it. They could not escape TSA Nobi. The visas could not be obtained. But also, let's not forget, there's other regions of the world that also have the same issues. AK, they have been denied access for 3 years in a row. This is a problem that's ongoing and will continue to be ongoing the more that gaming grow, and I don't know how Bandai Namco or if Bandai Namco can really do something about this.